Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, is undoubtedly the richest man in the world, with a net worth of $320 billion. This man's an eccentric billionaire who can get everything in this world, no matter the price or unnecessary. Here are some of the most stupidly expensive things Elon Musk owns. Let's start with this $1,500 Tesla-inspired Python-covered Air Jordan. He purchased it at the unveiling event of his new Model Y Tesla car in March 2019. These shoes were an ostentatious pair of sneakers, the black and red Air Jordans. These Jordans were covered with Python skin and customized with the Tesla logo. Musk was ready to show off his new kicks as he jumped on stage to throw a karate kick as he showed off his new shoes. The Tesla version is not for sale, but the normal red and black version is available online for $1,050. Musk almost got into trouble for wearing these new shoes because in California, wearing anything with python skin is illegal and can land him 6 months in jail. He hasn't been seen wearing them since, as he is not trying to risk a lawsuit. The next is Elon's possession of 5 private jets. Yup, he has 5 private jets. He probably thought to himself, other billionaires have 1 or 2 private jets, but I am a multi-billionaire. I'm going to have 5. His first jet was a custom $26 million, a normal jet with its typical recliner seats, dining room, and bedroom. But funny enough, he bought this when he was in the mills. Once he leveled up to being a multi-billionaire, he couldn't be seen moving around in one jet like some singers. The man had to level up his game. So, Elon went ahead to get a Gulfstream G550. Billionaire Mark Cuban has one of these. Elon got 2 of them for a combined sum of $124 million. Not so long after, a newer model was released, the G650. The only difference this model had was an extra seat. Yes, an extra seat, but Elon didn't care as long as it was a new model. Well, Elon copped that model also for another $75 million. And recently, Elon dropped another $75 million on the latest Gulfstream, the G700. The differences in these aircraft are like the difference between an iPhone 15 Pro and a 15 Pro Max. They just made it bigger and a little more spacious. Elon's biggest purchase must be his biggest flex ever. He decided to purchase an app. For normal people, when they don't like how an app works, they uninstall it, but for people like Elon, they purchase the app. Many people are aware of Elon's ridiculous purchase of Twitter. He didn't need it. It just happened that at the time when Twitter was censoring a lot of people, Elon took a break from transporting us to Mars to ensure we had free speech. Even though Twitter was losing billions of dollars, he bought it anyway, and this made him spend more money than he should have. He bought all the shares of the company at $44 billion. Musk must have been high when he made that deal, because it has been estimated that he overpaid by $19 billion. Elon decided to turn the app around because he recently rebranded Twitter to X, and then vowed to make it a super app. If X is anything like China's WeChat, then X could be worth above $100 billion. Elon has plans for tracking time in space. On Mars, time works a little differently, and he has to ensure his wrist game is on point. He called the luxury brand TAG Heuer to make him a special watch. He owns a limited edition Carrera 1887 SpaceX. This wristwatch was released on the 50th anniversary of the first ever Swiss watch worn in space, but it could be easily copped for just $10,000. Elon knew he had to step it up, so he bought an Audemars Piguet for $50,000 and a Richard Mille for $200,000. Crazy, right? As the founder and owner of the corporation, SpaceX, Elon has a massive interest in matters of space exploration. SpaceX stands strong in the exploration and research of the cosmos, making more progress in this age and time than NASA. Elon has splashed large amounts of his millions on making the job and goals of SpaceX attainable. For example, the Falcon 9, a 2-stage orbit lift vehicle designed for launching rockets into space, is an evident entity that shows Elon's commitment to this cause. The price tag for this beauty is a staggering $62 million. And that's not the only launcher they have. He also has a Falcon Heavy, a magnum opus and evolution of the Falcon 9, reaching maximum functionality and being a bigger version of the Falcon 9. The magnum opus costs more than double the first, standing at a whopping sum of $150 million. Elon's goal to launch humans into space is coming sooner than expected with the integration of these wonderful marvels. Under the magnificent leadership of Elon Musk, SpaceX is pushing the boundaries and making waves to explore and understand the cosmos, expanding our fort as humans beyond Earth. Elon has a crazy car collection. He put his personal Tesla Roadster, which costs $100,000 on a rocket that he made, and he sent it into space. Was it for exploration purposes? Does he plan to construct roads on Mars? Did he do that to mark his territory? No one understands this billionaire. He even went as far as live streaming the whole event, and you can track this free roaming car's location in space as we speak. He realized he would not be able to get that car back, so he decided to get another Roadster. That's crazy. Elon did not only indulge in cars and wristwatches, he also purchased real estate. He even had a whole neighborhood full of mansions in Bel Air. Imagine having a whole neighborhood to yourself. At first, he just bought one house like every average person. But this house is not one that an average person could purchase. This house costs $17 million. It is not just a house, but a mansion. This mansion has 7 bedrooms, which makes sense since he has a huge family. A gym which he never uses, seeing his unathletic figure, a spa, a tennis court, and even a movie theater. Now imagine several of these kinds of mansions everywhere. This is one crazy billionaire. Elon liked this mansion so much and decided to purchase 6 more houses with gyms, and yet he looks like Peter Griffin. Elon also bought Willy Wonka's house. This house has an appealing exterior, but on the inside, it is filled with very creepy figurines and stuff like odd paintings on the wall, doors to nowhere, crooked stairs, and so on. Elon didn't cop this house to live there. Instead, he turned it into a school for his kids. Imagine learning rocket science in the creepy Willy Wonka's house. Now, picture a parent who buys a creepy house and transforms it into a school for his children. How much more will he spend on clothes, food, healthcare, and many more? Elon has 9 living children, and he spends a lot on them. It is said that average parents spend up to $300,000 on their kids from birth to age 17. Now the clause here is that Elon's kids aren't average. No, they're billionaires. They attend private school and go on trips in his private jet. Now this sums up to $1 million a year for just one kid. He spends $24 million per kid and $216 million for 9 kids. If bro had 100 kids, they would still be able to live like royalty. Elon Musk owned an exotic supercar that almost took his life. After he made some really huge bars on PayPal, which emerged from his payment company X.com that merged with a company called Confinity, he proceeded to acquire a McLaren F1 for a staggering sum of $1 million. According to him, he didn't really know how to drive the McLaren that well. But why get something that you probably don't know how to operate? Well, I guess we should ask Elon himself. He's the only one with an answer to this question. He used the car as a company car, making trips from Los Angeles to San Francisco. On one of his business trips, he was in the car with Peter Thiel and decided to show him how far the car could go. He went on full speed till he lost control and crashed the car. Anyway, the car was a mess. All the glass was shattered, the suspension was blown out, the tires were shredded, and there was significant body damage on the vehicle. Luckily, he and his friends survived the crash, but the car was completely scrapped. Elon Musk's personality is not one to be seen flexing a bunch of diamonds or jewelry, or probably a Cuban link or something like that. He has the money for it, but it's not his style. Nevertheless, he got a couple of highly expensive pieces of jewelry for his second wife. Once he realized that ladies had a thing for jewelry, he splashed $100,000 on the first engagement ring for her. But as a billionaire, he figured he could do better. And she did roast him for getting her that, given his status. So he got another ring for $300,000, which was just for everyday use. That's a Ferrari right there on someone's finger. Damn. Elon Musk also has a significantly weird collection of cars. Some of them are probably not even functioning. They're just there as collectibles. He should even have a car museum at this rate. However, Elon acquired them for a significant amount of money. He owns the first mass-produced gas car, the 1920 Ford Model T. This car barely works and cost him about $25,000. Additionally, he used to own another vintage car, presumed to be his dream car when he was 17 years old, a 1967 Series 1 E-Type Jaguar. Despite its issues and the fact that it wasn't fully functional, he paid approximately $100,000 for it. Reports even suggest that the vehicle broke down when it was coming from the dealer. Nevertheless, Elon still possesses this $100,000 scrap. After the huge damage done to his million-dollar Ferrari, Elon needed a new car. But being who he is, he's definitely going to go for the weird and unexpected stuff. He decided that he was going to buy another car, which is normal. But what isn't normal is that he decided to get a car that could turn into a submarine. Just wow. Yup, that car from the James Bond movie actually works. After a couple found it in an abandoned storage unit, Elon made it his possession for $1 million.